Welcome to another episode of Hanging with the Huns with your host, Todd and Carrie Hun. Welcome to Hanging with... cut. Take two. Welcome to Hanging with the Huns Mardi Gras special number 13 celebration. I'm your host, Todd, and this is my lovely wife and co-host, Carrie.
Hello.
Queen of the Mardi Gras.
It's Happy Fat Tuesday.
Yes, Fat Tuesday. Cheers.
Cheers.
What do you got?
Little strawberry daiquiri.
Oh, strawberry daiquiri.
I thought that sounded French.
I've got the Roman Coke. That's about as... Nah, it's not. Anyway,
Universal?
yeah.
I guess.
It's for any holiday.
Hey, apparently that's what this holiday is for, right? It's very inclusive.
Yes.
That's what I'm...
Inclusive.
Inclusive? That's what I said, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
So we got the studio all partied out. We got our mask.
Got our beads.
Attire. I got my nice furry vest that I just made.
And our masks that we made.
Yes, our mask. Our black light specials. Give me the black light special. So we're going to talk about some New Orleans stuff and Mardi Gras stuff, Louisiana. We used to live there. We lived in Denham Springs for a little while, and that's outside of Baton Rouge. And Baton Rouge. I don't know. I wasn't there long enough to become a true Cajun. But I did work pretty much every day in New Orleans, so I got a good feel for the culture out there, and it's awesome. We love it out there, and not as much as Florida, though. Florida's the best. But I did gain like 30 pounds out there. Whoa, fireworks. Fat Tuesday fireworks in Middleburg.
Middleburg.
So, anyway, let's do some Mardi Gras facts. You want to start?
Well, okay. So first of all, I guess I never realized that Mardi Gras was considered a Christian holiday.
Catholic?
Well, they say Christian holiday, but yeah, Roman Catholic. I guess it was.
Some people say the same thing.
Yeah, it was mainly those that were part of the Roman Catholic population. Yeah, so and I guess it makes sense because it kind of goes along with the Lent. So basically, we all know it's a celebration of just a bunch of debauchery, right?
Well, we don't all know.
Well,
most people don't know anything.
Everybody knows what happens in New Orleans, right?
Yeah, well, that's what they think. It's like St. Patrick's Day. It's like
basically
nothing what it actually was meant to be, anymore.
So what did you find out that it started out to be?
Well, Mardi Gras is French for Fat Tuesday.
Yeah.
So the word Mardi Gras means Fat Tuesday. And today is Fat Tuesday. So Fat Tuesday is when...
It's the ending of it. Did you know that it started in January?
No, I did not know that. See, I learned something. We're going to learn lots of things today.
Yeah, so apparently it starts in January as far as the whole Mardi Gras celebrations.
I know that Fat Tuesday is like the day where you gorge and just eat everything and drink and be merry and get ready for the fast that is coming Ash Wednesday, which is tomorrow. So that's the beginning of Lent. And people, they fast in different ways, but
okay, well, I think you covered it all.
Yeah, I mean, pretty much Fat Tuesday is the
end of it.
I wanted to go to the Chinese buffet tonight dressed like this, but she didn't want to, so boo. But anyway, we did have an awesome dinner that I prepared. We had shrimp and grits and red beans and rice, and it was delicious.
Yes, love that
Yes,
shrimp and
the
grits.
food the food in New Orleans is amazing. There's so many good foods, and there's like oh my gosh, crawfish, and we went to
Mm,
a crawfish boil
hmm
when we were there. We didn't even know what it was,
That was
and
actually the first time I've ever done that.
we were
That's pretty cool.
at a church, and they were like, "Oh yeah, you're coming with us," and
Mm.
they took us and to like it was like
A
a
warehouse? Or no, I was thinking a warehouse.
yeah,
It was
no, it
like
was
a
like
barn
a barn.
or a shed, like a big
Yeah,
shed
and they
barn.
had
Yeah.
tables set up in the middle with newspapers, like probably 6, 8 foot picnic tables, and they had all these papers laid out, and they just started coming in and dumping these huge pots of crawfish all over the table, and it had corn and sausage and potatoes,
Mm-hmm.
onions. What else? That's probably
I
it.
think that's it.
And oh
I
my
think
god,
that's all.
it's just like it's endless. It was just kept coming, and I mean they're amazing. So they taught us how to eat crawfish properly, and man, they're partying in Middleburg. I don't know if you can
Yeah.
hear those fireworks, but um, so yeah, it was really good, and we had a lot of fun, and the culture there, the people are very family oriented, and I mean they like took us in like we were family. It was great. Um, and
Yeah.
we gorged on crawfish, but there's no carbs in crawfish, so there you can gorge all you want, pretty much, and right, yeah. I
I
mean, they're
guess
not
so. Yeah.
fattening. I don't know.
I guess you
Anyway,
could get your fill
probably
with
shouldn't
those.
dip them in butter, but
So speaking of, so since we're talking about Louisiana and how we've lived there before, so didn't we experience? There was a parade we experienced too. It's a Mardi Gras parade that came through the neighborhood.
yeah. So like coming from Florida, we had heard about Mardi Gras. Like all we thought of was, oh, you go to Bourbon Street, and girls are lifting their shirts and beads are flying everywhere, and that's about all we knew of it. Well, there's so much more. That is like the Americanized version of it, and I mean they the whole state gets the day off. It's like a state law that the day is off from school, so the kids didn't go to school that day, and there was parades in just about every town, I'm sure. I know we were in a little town, so there was a parade there, and I mean there was people throwing candy and beads to the kids and everything. It was a lot of fun, but we got the whole day off, and everybody just kind of hangs out and parties and does their thing.
Good times.
Yeah,
Yeah, good times.
and that was kind of the PG version, but we
I don't
didn't
know. I think they have some wild stuff happening in Brazil. Apparently, it's pretty big in Brazil, and then it's also big
carnival
in
or carnival.
Germany, and some of those places I think get pretty wild. And I mean, you got to think about it. They're what are they? What are they? Their whole goal is to just. They say you're free to do whatever you want. Just go ahead and just go have it out, whatever. It's almost
It's
like
like the
reminds me of the
purge.
purge. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like only it's just having fun and not being like
So it says the history of Mardi Gras originated in the Middle Ages as a way to mark the beginning of Lent. And what did we? I think it was 1699 was the first one in America, and it was in Mobile,
Yeah,
Alabama.
they say Mobile, Alabama, or actual Louisiana, but how that goes.
Yeah, and it's the colors of Mardi Gras are purple, which is justice, gold is power, and green is faith.
Or prosperity. Um, the king cake says something about those in prosperity.
The official greeting of Mardi Gras is Les bons temps ruler. I don't know. which which is Cajun French for "let
Nice,
the good
nice try.
times roll."
Good try.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they're what else we got here? What do you got?
Well, as far as like being Fat Tuesday, apparently it also makes sense that they gorge on like all the fatty foods. So basically, like the meats, eggs, milk, lard, and cheese. Apparently, those are a lot of the things that
Lard.
they go to eat because it's before they go into fasting. And then the fasting, they're usually on either like only eating fish or different types. They just do different types of fasting. So they're getting all their fill, eating all the food out in the house, whatever they got in there, and then it's time to fast. So
Yeah.
um, that's really what it's all about. That's why they're
I wonder how many people actually still fast
well. There's a lot of
instead of
people.
just party.
The Catholic people do their Lent.
Yeah.
They give up,
Yeah.
certain foods or certain
Do
things
you
that
have the
they
where
feel is
the first
control over them.
one, the first year?
You
I
know,
thought I had that.
I have what I have is um 1812 is what I have. I don't know where you got 16. I just have like it says. Oh yeah, here it is. Okay, the first American Mardi Gras took place March 3rd, 1699, when French explorer Pierre Le Moyne.
Pierre
I'm not even
Le
going to try to say his
Moynier.
name. So there was these two guys. They landed near present day New Orleans, Louisiana. They held a small celebration and dubbed their landing port Point du Mardi Gras. Some argue the port city of Mobile, Alabama, was actually the first to observe the event.
Yeah.
So, depending on where you get your information, I guess.
I
um,
remember what?
but I was just going to say, in the decades that followed, New Orleans and other French settlements began marking the holiday with street parties, mass balls, and lavish dinners. When the Spanish took control of New Orleans, however, they abolished these rowdy rituals, and bans remained in force until Louisiana became a U.S. state in 1812.
Ah, nice. I remember we there's a lot of really interesting names in in Louisiana.
Mm,
I remember Mason's kindergarten teacher. Her name was Miss LeBlanc,
Miss
but it
LeBlanc.
was Miss
Yeah,
LeBlanc,
LeBlanc.
and we had to say it like that. And then there was Thibodeau. Lacey Thibodeau was a girl I played drums for. That's a cool name. That's a Thibodeau. But let's look into the
So
music.
yeah, so
I got some
I
music.
that's just a little bit of the history and meanings of what it's about. But yeah, let's hear what you got on what is it,
I remember
musicians?
when I worked there. So I used to go pretty much every day to New Orleans. We were doing windows, like new windows, because it was right after Hurricane Katrina hit. So like all the homes in the Ninth Ward area and the all around. I mean, we were pretty much everywhere in New Orleans parish area, and um, there was just, I mean, there was so much devastation there after the hurricane, and we were putting in new windows. And I remember going down like almost every day before we'd go, we'd stop at this little, it was like a little gas station, and it had like the most amazing food. I mean, you'd go in there, there's like crawfish pies and meat pies and beignets, and those are
Beignet.
like a
Those
it's
are
almost like
so
a funnel
good.
cake kind of donut
I don't know. It was just like
thing. They're really good.
amazing.
And then they had I mean, they had like jambalaya and all that, all that normal stuff. But
Crawfish pie,
yeah, crawfish
filet
pies were
gumbo.
so good. um and then we go there. There was this other place on Pontchartrain on the lake out there on the south side of the lake, and it was like a little shack right on the. There's like a. It's not like a service road. It's like an embankment, um, and which makes sense why it flooded, because everything is down below the embankment. So if
Mm.
anything goes over it, but we used to get lunch there, and they had like the best catfish. Oh my god, it was there. The food was so good there. everything you eat. The po' boys. I remember a customer bought us a po' boy because I'd never had one. I was like, I don't even know what a po' boy is, and he went to the place and got us po' boys, and it was like this big.
Yeah, they
It
are
probably
huge
had
there.
30 shrimp
Yeah.
inside of it, stuffed in there, and so that was really good.
Yeah.
People in that area love to like enlighten you when it comes to food. Seriously.
Well, I think they're very generous
Yeah,
with their
they are.
portions.
They are definitely. But they
really good.
like what? You've never had a po' boy? You know?
Mhm.
Hold on, I'll be right back. So
I think
that was
we
good stuff.
got to try almost everything that you would think of that
Yeah.
Louisiana would have. I mean, crawfish. Never had that before. Crawfish etouffee. That was so good.
So
Okay,
musicians and
I just want to say,
bands. What?
obviously, Louisiana is a good place for food. That's all I got to
Yes.
say.
Food and culture and music,
Yeah.
jazz, definitely jazz. We went. What was the place we went? Preservation Hall. It was like one of the first little jazz halls, and we saw. That was a separate time. That was when me
Yeah.
and my buddy went down there. But anyway, so there's jazz music is everywhere, and what is it? Second line. It's like jazz, and then there's Zydeco. Zydeco music's awesome. Cajun music. So anyway, Lil Wayne, he's actually from the Ninth Ward, I believe, like that area where we were at. And Fats Domino, he's from New Orleans. The band Down, that's because Phil Anselmo from Pantera, I believe he's from New Orleans. So Super Joint Ritual, that's his other band. They're from New Orleans. Louis Armstrong, he is from there. Galactic, they're like a awesome jam band.
Intergalactic.
Planetary, intergalactic. Sorry, that's a good one. Dr. John, he's like the king of Zydeco. Let's see. Yep, Phil Anselmo. Gnarls Barkley, he's from there.
Oh, yeah.
Isn't that it? I think I'm crazy. Right?
Okay, yeah, I was thinking Charles
Crack makes you
Barkley.
crazy. Bless your heart. Yeah, that's him, I think. I don't know. That's the only song I know by him. Lonnie Johnson. Not sure who that is. A blues artist, jazz. Mason would know who he is. Master P.
Nah.
That's why he goes, because of all that food he's
Yeah.
eating down there. Mute Math.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Mystical.
Oh.
Yeah, Mystical's awesome. Super Joint Ritual. I don't know who they are. Harry Connick Jr.
Oh, yes, of course.
He's from there. And I believe, what's the dude that all the girls like? Brad Pitt. I think he's from there. If he's not, he did a lot of he gave a lot to the victims of Katrina.
Yeah.
Because I remember hearing about like homes that he actually
did have a
bought.
home there.
Yeah. He might be from there. I don't know. I don't think it's he's a musician, so Hot Boys on the Juvenile.
Wow.
He's from there. The Meters, they're awesome. We play some of their songs.
Gosh, there's a lot of
don't
talent
they do,
that's come from Louisiana.
I'm a Ram. I think so. I know they do Sissy Strut. Maybe Ram. I'm a Ram.
Really?
I'm a Ram.
I like that song. Rusty Shine does it.
Let's see. Better Than Ezra. If y'all remember them.
Yep.
I think they had like one hit, but they were pretty good.
Yeah.
Little Romeo.
Yep.
Who's that?
He's like in the 90s, kind of like
a lot of
R&B,
rappers.
maybe?
Silk the Shocker. I don't know. Sea Murder. I don't even know if I should say that name. Earl King. Louis Prima. All right, never mind. Oh, you know who's from there? The biggest band from Louisiana, Creedence Clearwater Revival.
Oh, yes.
Just kidding.
What?
They're not from there.
Oh,
They sound like they are, though, huh? They're from
wasn't that
they're from
whole
like
thing they tried to make
Cerritos
people
or
think that?
San Francisco. Yeah, everyone thinks they're from Louisiana,
yeah.
and they're not.
Yeah.
But they're awesome still, even if they're
sound like they are.
They're biting, not Biden.
Huh? What?
I don't know. Professor Longhair. I heard one of his songs. He's the one that sings that Boneyard song. I like him. I don't know any of these more people. C.J. Pierce, Cowboy Mouth. I don't know who they are. B.G. Stanton Moore, Magic, Aaron Neville. I know him.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he's the Neville Brothers. 504 Boys. What's up? The other Neville. Preservation Hall Band, jazz band. Anyway, that's it. So,
nice.
I don't know. Lot of good music comes out of there. I remember when I was a kid, I was coming out. I think I might have been coming to Florida in my 20s, and my mom was like, "You need to go to New Orleans and see go to the Audubon Zoo, I think it's called, and there's a albino alligator there." And I remember getting lost in like New Orleans, down like the bad area, and never found the zoo. And it was interesting. I couldn't find the zoo, but supposedly there's albino alligators there. So that's a weird.
Yeah, I think I have something in my eye.
I wonder if my mom ever saw that.
Sorry.
I don't know.
Sorry.
But
I'm over here just getting aggravated with this mess because I'm like something's in my eye.
Yeah.
Okay, you want some king cake?
Yeah, sure. So what did you what was your favorite part of living down there?
Thought we were gonna have some king cake.
I mean, we can. We'll talk though.
What would you ask me?
What was your favorite part about living in New Orleans?
The food. We didn't live in New Orleans.
I mean, well,
Louisiana.
Yeah.
Honestly, I can't believe I didn't even go to New Orleans the whole time I lived there. We never made it to New Orleans, like as a family. Like I take a trip there. I guess because you were just working there every day, so you were there every day. But I got to experience all the other parts of Louisiana. But yeah, I mean, I definitely remember the food being phenomenal. Just different kinds of foods I've never had before. So yes, food is definitely etouffee. I said that the crawfish etouffee because I never had crawfish.
Oh yeah,
I played with crawdaddies when I was a kid. They were, I believe that's what they were.
Yeah,
were they crawdads? That they were in the they were in the stream. Yeah, it was Fishware Park or Fishware. Anyway, where I grew up, we used to go down to the creek. That's what it was. We used to play with the crawdaddies.
They probably don't taste.
That's what we called them, crawdaddies. I think.
Is that your stomach or my stomach?
Crawfish, not mine.
King cake is calling me.
But yeah,
get in my
So
belly.
that was interesting to be able to have crawfish for the first time in that boil that we did, but also in the etouffee.
Yeah, they're so good.
And then the beignets and there was also, what was that meat thing that was
meat pie?
Maybe it's meat pie, but they call it something. You don't remember what they called it?
Meat pie.
It's probably like some French word that I can't remember.
Boudin.
Yes, boudin. Thank you.
Boudin.
Oh, those are so good.
That is awesome.
That's exactly what it is.
Yeah, I remember I got that one time, and I guess it comes in like a skin, and you're not supposed to eat that.
Ew,
I think
no.
But I was like, ugh, this stuff is gross, because I was like, I don't know.
Okay, all I know is that does not sound good.
To eat it.
That does not sound good.
No, I know, but I was told.
But whatever I
need to
had
empty it out of that.
Yeah. Okay, that sounds so
Boudin
disgusting.
is really good. Sorry.
But yeah, all I know is whoever prepared it for me whenever we had it. It was delicious, and I do remember that. And then the king cake we had from a bakery. Like,
Yes.
it does not compare to
Publix.
store bought.
But
Hey,
thank you, Publix,
I'm not
for doing
knocking. I wasn't going to knock Publix. I wasn't going to knock anybody's because it's really good. But I will tell you, there is nothing that compares to a bakery, especially in Louisiana, that bakes them fresh.
I know.
It was so good. It's just different. The icing's different. It's just
fresh.
Just different. Yeah. And so yeah, if you're ever in Louisiana, definitely want to try boudin, the beignets, the bakery king cakes, the po' boy. Oh boy. Oh, anyways, yes. Obviously, I remember the food. Food was amazing. But yeah. So we're gonna have some king cake, and that is it for Fat Tuesday. We're gonna gorge on this and
wrap it up and eat some king cake.
Yes. Here, I'm gonna show.
Are we eating with our fingers? Oh, look, there's baby Jesus. I think you're supposed to hide baby Jesus.
Okay, this baby Jesus, first of all. This thing is so big. They used to be like teeny tiny.
So you don't choke on them because
I
like
know.
Casualties.
But how do you hide this? And I don't know. I was like, I'm not gonna.
Hold on, let me try to hide it.
No, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. Why? Because I'm only having probably. Oh my gosh! No, that is not okay. There.
Okay. Oh, look, it's baby Jesus like laying on a fluffy purple king cake.
Here, get you this.
Bed, pillow, cloud. Oh, that looks good.
There you go. And
so we're gonna be like those Japanese videos where they just watch the people eat.
No, we're gonna cut this out, right?
No, I'm not cutting this out. Are you kidding me? Everyone wants to see you eat.
What?
Oh.
First of all, I have hair and feathers. I don't know if I could do this with this mask on.
That is good.
All right, I'm gonna take.
You know what it tastes like? A cinnamon roll.
Oh my.
It's like cinnamon. Ooh, I bet
oh
it's
my
good
gosh.
Warm.
Oh, this is definitely gonna be my coffee cake in the morning.
Breakfast, I know.
I'm definitely having some of this with my coffee in the morning. And yes, maybe I will heat it up. Oh, that is good. That's some good stuff right there.
Yes. Should I pull this closer?
Oh. Okay. I forgot where I was there for a minute. All right, I'm done. All right. Peace.
Oh my God.
Happy Fat Tuesday. Thank you for watching.
Thanks for watching.
Hit like and subscribe. And good luck on your Lent.
Yes.
And hey, St. Patrick's Day is coming up.
Yes, we'll do a special, of course, on that.
Yeah.
Any chance to party, we're gonna do it.
Okay. We're out.
Bye.
Bye.